We are back with some more Panthers franchise, and we are in week 14. We got a force win for our week 13 matchup versus the Giants. He was pretty sick. He was on some pretty intense medication, so there was just no way, he was going to be able to play at that time. He's sleeping, trying to get through the sickness, doing everything you do when you're sick. So we got the opportunity of a force win, which is nice because if we want any hopes at playoffs, we cannot lose any more games. We have to win out and then hope for a little bit of help elsewhere. I don't know why it's taking me forever to get here. Taking me forever to get here. Just to show you guys the stats in the force win. We got some pretty good stats. The force win had us winning 35-14. Offensively, looked like we did pretty good. Bryce had 2 touchdowns in it. Love to see it. Brees Hall went crazy, 19 for 150 and 1. Miles Sanders, for some reason, got snaps, 7 for 50 and a score. No, kind of random. Keenan, 5 for 85 and 2. Not much else down there. Defensively, we got a sack from Brian Burns, a half from Miles, and a half from Derek Brown. And made all our kicks. So that's what the sim gave us. 1 punt. Love to see it. Sitting at 6-7. Late bye week. It comes at a decent time because Deion Nix has 1 week left at being out. So at least, the bye week's at a good time to where next week we can get Deion Nix back. The 10 players that I got left on contract, the only one I'm thinking about signing is Braxton Jones. He has 0 re-sign interest, so the only way I think I will sign him is franchise tag. But I know tackles, franchise tag can be a decent bit of money. I'm really not even sure what the franchise tag money is. I haven't looked it up, so that's the only person on here that I'm really wanting to re-sign. Miles, I'm letting go. Dante, let go. Keenan, he's probably going to retire. Frankie's leaving. DJ's leaving. Chandler, Ventrell Miller, Camonte Turpin, and Miles Adams all going to leave. So no business re-signing any of those guys. Like I said, Braxton Jones is the only one. Just not many people want to stay in Carolina. I don't blame them. We've had a rough Madden cycle this year. We started off so hot as the 2 seed, won the playoff game, almost won the divisional round game, lost by like 4 or something to the Seahawks, which the Seahawks went on and made the Super Bowl. So year 1 was great, year 2 was bad, and year 3 was terrible, and here we are, year 4, and actually year 2 wasn't bad. We made the playoffs, got bounced in the wild card. Year 3 was bad, but, baby was born during season 3, so we had to give up a lot of force L's, is what it is. Year 4, I expected things to be a lot better, and they're trending better as of late, but still not the best for us. Sitting at 6-7, Falcons 8-4, Saints 12-0, Bucks 1-11. So bye week. Let's talk about what we want to do. We're going to team bonding retreat. I always do it. Morale, just got to get the morale up, okay? I don't care about awareness. We need the morale high because 10-7. If we miss the playoffs at 10-7, that's going to be a bit unfortunate. 10-7, you think you squeeze in. And I think I can. I think if we can win these next 4 and go 10-7, we can squeeze in. Now, the 2 teams that we are chasing are the Falcons and the Vikings. Well, the Vikings demolished us, so he has the tiebreaker, which is not good. He is also at 8 wins. He's 8-5, so he's 2 games ahead of us. We need him to drop 3 because he has a tiebreaker. Now, the Falcons is where it gets interesting. He is also 2.5, I guess you say, because he hasn't played this week, and he already had his bye week. So he's 8-4. He's 2 games ahead of us. We still play the Falcons once. Now, what's interesting about the Falcons is he has a loss versus the Bucks. So we got swept by the Saints, lost both games. If we split this series with the Falcons 1-1, and the Falcons play the Saints week 17, so if he loses to week 17, then the Saints would have swept him, and then we would have the Falcons beat on divisional record. So let's just hypothetical situation here. We get to next week, the Saints take down the Steelers take down the Falcons, right? Falcons are 8-5. I'm 6-7. If we then beat the Falcons week 16 and he loses to the Saints, we are automatically ahead of him because he needs to drop 3. And if he drops for sure to us and the Saints, then we will have the tiebreaker over him because we will have a better divisional record where I would have had, because I swept the Bucks, so I would be 3-3 in division, and he would be 2-4. So, big games coming ahead. I think that's the most logical one is the Falcons because we at least get to play him. The Vikings could drop 3, and I could squeak in over the Vikings. The Vikings are currently the 3 seed. They're tied with the Falcons, but the Falcons beat the Vikings, so Falcons are the 6 seed. But I think the Falcons is my best hope because at least we get to play him. So if we win, then that for sure gives him a loss. When the Vikings, we need him to drop 3, which, like I said, still can happen. It still can happen. But here's the playoff picture. Nothing too crazy. It is what it is. Dallas, the 4 seed, is kind of crazy actually because he's 6-7. So what's going on over there? 6-7. He's the 4 seed winning the division. Yeah, whatever. I guess we're gonna breeze through some stats here. How bye week videos go. They're kind of lame. Not much. Nothing too exciting to them. So. Passing leader is Kurt Norris with 3,841 yards. Our touchdown leader is Anthony Richardson with 36. Interception leader, Mark Goldman with 26 interceptions. Our sack leader is Justin Fields with 43. Rushing leader, Brees is close, man. He's right there, right behind Bijan. Bijan's first place, no question. Touchdown one is Derrick Henry. The fumble leader is Tucker Alexander, tied with the GOAT, Bryce Young, and his goddamn 7 fumbles. Receiving leader, we have Debo. Obviously, I mean, it's Debo season with the Saints. It's Debo with a little bit of Mark Andrews, but mostly Debo with 96 receptions, 1,675 yards for him. Yeah, it's just Debo's going crazy. 15 touchdowns as well. Our sack leader is Mr. Nicholas with 12, or sacks given up leader, I should say. Our tackle leader is Devin White. It's always Devin White, 154. Tackle for loss leader, Aaron Donald, somehow still here with 44. This might be his last season. I don't know. Maybe we'll retire. Maybe he'll never retire. Who knows at this point? Dexter Lawrence has 17 and a half sacks. Must be nice to have that kind of production at sacks because I don't get that. We don't get that over here in Carolina. Justin Simmons, the pick leader at 8. And forced fumble leader, 4-way tie between Trenton Simpson, Devin White, Aaron Donald, and Trent Vernon. Kicking, nothing special there. I guess he made all his kicks, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Punting, no one cares about punting. Kick returns, do I see 5? Oh, what in the world? What is this guy's speed? 93? 5? Holy shit. Wow. Okay. I mean, I got 1, but 5 is ridiculous, man. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. This dude's got 2, and Sammy's got 1 at punt return. That's crazy. 5 is ridiculous, man. I can't even believe that. Let's take a look at my team real quick at the bye week. Bryce, lots of ups, lots of downs, just a mixed bag. It's hard to kind of figure out what quarterback's going to show up because when he shows up and plays good, and when I play good, very good things happen. But he does have a lot of bonehead things. He has some bad misses at times. He's 7 fumbles, so he fumbles a ton. It's mixed bag with Bryce. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Maybe I roll with him next season, or maybe I don't. Maybe I give. A hard sell. Obviously, he got one snap, one game, or one play, and threw a pick. But he's a decent little prospect. I don't know. Maybe I trade a bag for Bryce and try to get the defense better. I really don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. We are struggling for options, but we'll see. We'll see. Bryce, it's been okay. It all depends how the season ends. If I somehow squeak in at 10-7 and win a couple playoff games, then my hopes for Bryce Young increase tremendously. Offensively, rushing the ball, Brees has been great. 219 attempts, a ton of attempts, but that's the style we got to play, man. It's just that we got to run the ball, but keep the defense off the field, keep the game slow because we can't get in shootouts. The 3 fumbles is a little unfortunate, but 13 touchdowns is nice. Devin's been great as well. 87 attempts for him for 570 yards and 5. Like I said, the fumbles for Bryce have been atrocious. He's ran the ball pretty good, but 7's too many. 7's too many. I know some of those are on me not sliding early enough, but still, 7's just too many. It really is. Kind of a 4-way tie for receivers here. Mingo leads, though, with 41. Well, I guess our reception leader is Doug Marion with 44, but yards-wise, Mingo leads with 748 and 5 touchdowns on 41 receptions. Keenan, 36 for 739. and 5. Doug, 44 for 6, 78 and 4. Much better sophomore season. Is this, would that be his second year sophomore or junior? Fuck if I know, man. Much better than his rookie year, I should say. Elijah Moore's been good when he's out there. He's been getting beat up for some reason. I know it says he's played 13 games, but there's probably 3 games where he's left like second quarter due to injuries. Not long-term injuries, but he wasn't able to return. So when Elijah Moore has been playing, he's been pretty good for us, but he's been kind of in and out quite too much for my liking. Brees, 37 for 412 and 2. We don't really have a standout receiver. It's just like we just got to throw to whoever's open these days. Chig as the backup tight end, 13 for 201, pretty solid for him. Ian's even got 3 touchdowns. I mean, we spread the ball. We spread the ball around here. Calvin's got a touchdown, 5 for 70. Even the fullback's got a touchdown. Yeah, it'd be nice if Mingo can make that leap, but it just hasn't quite happened yet. Like where he's, that for sure 1,000-yard receiver, which maybe he can. Maybe he gets 1,000. We'll see. Sack leader. 4. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Defensively, Jason Forbes, 95 tackles. Our tackle for loss leader is Brian with 15, which we will take that. This is where it sucks, man. The sacks just... I don't have that double-digit sack guy. I just don't, and it sucks. It really does. Derek Brown should not be leading in sacks, and Deion Nix is another guy who should not be leading. It should be this guy. He should be leading my team in sacks, but he is not. He is third with 4. Deion Nix got 4.5 and a pick at 295, 6'6", big dude, got the interception. Derek Brown, 5.5. It's just got to be better in the sack department. It's just really that's the hard part with us too, is we don't generate much pressure. So when we don't generate pressure, we sit back and have to cover forever, and we get picked apart. Frankie, though, I have been saying it in the games. It feels like this has been his best season for us, which is kind of fun, ironic, because it's the season he's leaving, so maybe he's playing for that next contract. But yeah, I'm just letting him go. I'm trying to get someone younger there. He's got 13 tackles for loss, so good on him for that. Derek's got 10, Deion with 9. Jamison Smith, coming into the starting lineup like 4 weeks ago in the base packages, has 7, which is kind of crazy. He just started like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I just started playing this guy more because I needed to be better at stopping the run, and Juan Hardy just gets ran over nonstop. Juan Hardy's very good in coverage, but God, he is so bad at tackling. He is so bad. Pick leader is a tie between Jeremy and Marcus Jones. Marcus Jones has been great for us. He's been really, really good. Happy with the production he's done. Forced fumble leader, J.C. Horn with 2. Juan's got 1. Derek and Jamison Smith have 1. Missed 1 extra point, missed 3 kicks. Is what it is, I guess. 1 kick return for Calvin. He's also had like 3 fumbles on him, so not sure if I'm going to have him there at kick return next season because, he makes plays. He's quick, but the fumbles is what really, really kills us. Like, that's what really, really kills us. That's pretty much it for the bye week video. Not much else to talk about. I will go through my schedule so you guys can see the remaining games. And I guess I can go through the Vikings and the Falcons too, because those are the 2 teams that we're trying to catch. So we started off out of the bye versus the Rams. And then here's the very important game versus the Falcons. Then we take on the Packers, who I think have 9 wins right now. He is on fire. And then new Lions user, not sure much about him. I think he's at like 4 or 5 wins, so not sure much about him. But these, it's playoffs start next week. It's playoffs next week because 9 and 8 don't get me in. 9 and 8 does not get me in unless I get extremely lucky and somehow Vikings or Saints lose all 4, but I highly, highly doubt that. I gotta be 10 and 7 to have a chance, and I'll show you guys. First, we'll show you the Falcons, which I think is the most realistic one. He takes on the Steelers. If he can drop this game, fantastic, right? Then all that matters is we have to beat him, and the Saints have to beat him, and we're in over the Falcons. Hopefully he can drop that game, because if it comes down to like the last week, that would be scary. But if he can drop the game to the Steelers, then he can win the Browns and Packers games. He just has to lose these 2, and we will beat him on tiebreaker. The Vikings, like I said, they demolished me, so he has the tiebreaker over me, so he would have to drop 3 games. So out of these 4, he has to lose 3. Maybe the Lions maybe the divisional games can give him a slip up. He's on a little bit of a losing streak here. You know, he demolished us, and then all of a sudden lost. So apparently we were just trash that game. I don't know. He dotted me up that game. It was not good. So yeah, those are the two teams we're trying to catch. The third wild card spot's the Cardinals, and I think he has like 9 wins. Where's he at? Cardinals. Yeah, he's 9-3. We're not catching them. We started off so poor. I mean, we started off so poor, and that really put us in a bad spot. Lots of close losses too. Like this one was very close. Could have went either way. This one I got just demolished. This one, another one, I just got demolished. Damn, I guess I got demolished quite a bit. This one right here should have been a win. I mean, 2 straight fumble drives to lose the game. I have the ball at the lead. I fumble. He recovers it for a touchdown. I take it all the way to the red zone to try to get the lead with a minute something left, and I fumble again. So this one was a devastating loss because we could be 7-6 right now, looking a lot better with that game. And like I said, this one, I mean, it just happened. This one could have went either way as well. We had a lot of opportunities to win that one and couldn't quite close it out. He gets us on the game-winning field goal. So we've had a lot of close losses, which sucks. But that is that for the bye week video. Hopefully we can go 10-7 and try to get back in the playoffs because we really need to. The Panthers need some success. We need to get some success here, and I would love to try to get another playoff run here. I mean, look at my team ranks. Offensively, we're actually putting up solid production. Rush yards per game, we're 3rd. Pass yards per game, we're 6th. Overall offense, 9th in points. Defense, excuse me. Defensively, we're 30th, and 31st. So we are bottom of the barrel with the defense. That's why I'm like, I've never traded, the cover boy on my thumbnails. It's always that's the guy that I'm going to build the team around. Every Madden, I pick one player I'm going to keep. And Bryce is on this year's picture. And I've never traded him, but maybe it's in my best interest. Try to trade him, get some draft picks. If you guys already forgot, we're using real-life draft class. So those are always a little bit more juiced than the random generated ones, so it's a good draft class to have picks in. So we'll see how the season plays out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.